Greetings, friends in Colombia. Sam Ingrassia here, excited to share a little bit with you today. We continue in this crazy coronavirus season and generation, impacting our brothers all around the world. It's an amazing time we're living in. It feels very biblical, doesn't it? The whole world struggling with a pandemic. I have been reading about your situation in Colombia with the quarantine. I know that soon you will have more loosening of restrictions, but it still feels very difficult to me. In the United States, we're starting to move more and have business and economy and church and family moving, but we still also are on stay-at-home orders at some level. So we pray for clear steps ahead, for God's kingdom to continue to be advanced, and we know that He's at work even in this unusual time. I want to continue to share with you about the 7 desires. This is inspired by the book 7 Desires by Mark and Debbie Lazar, as I mentioned previously. The 7 desires are to be heard and understood, to be affirmed, to be blessed, to feel safe, to be touched physically in healthy and appropriate ways, to be chosen, and to be included. We have these desires woven into our being as humans made in the image of God. We all have these needs regardless of age, gender, or nationality. We're designed for relationships. We are designed for communication. To me, I think maybe the worst thing ever would be to be put not only in prison, but in what is called solitary confinement, where you would be completely alone with your own thoughts, no one to share with, be with, communicate with. This would be devastating because it's far from how we're designed. We're not built for isolation. We're built for communication and relationships. And so this first desire that's in all of our hearts is to be heard and understood. This is at the foundation of this communication. We all have ideas, we have feelings, we have opinions, we have views, we have struggles, and we need to express ourselves. And the completion of that expression is when we feel heard and understood by someone else or by others. You know, when we're raising children, we spend a lot of time teaching them to walk and to talk. And that's funny because once they start walking and talking, then we tell them they need to sit down and be quiet. Doesn't make much sense maybe, but fact is, children, teenagers, young people, all people need to be heard and understood. Now think about some of the positive impacts, the positive results. When you feel heard and you feel well understood, it helps have a relationship of trust. It helps to have a relationship of honesty, of respect, to feel valued, to feel important. It builds up your confidence. It gives you self-esteem. Many healthy results come from when you feel that you are heard and understood. On the other hand, think of some of the negative results. When you're not heard and understood, you can be very frustrated. It feels like, are you listening? Do you care? You can be discouraged, lack confidence, feel disengaged, maybe even angry. It's the opposite of all the positive things. To be heard and understood is a foundational desire in all of our hearts. And so here's the challenge, or here's the question. Ask yourself, am I a good listener? I had once had a husband and wife that I was talking with, and they were struggling in communication. It came upon me to share this 7 desires with them. And I was explaining it, and as soon as I mentioned the first one, that you each have a desire to be heard and understood, the wife quickly interrupted. She said, that's it. He does not listen to me. And boy, it just hit the bullseye right on that first point. The wife realized she did not feel heard and she did not feel understood by her husband. And in this case, the husband humbled himself and quickly admitted that in fact, he was not being a good listener to not just the words, but to the heart of his wife. Many times in conversations, especially in more difficult conversations, we're not really listening to what the other person is saying. Many times we're thinking about what we want to say. We're thinking about how can we make our point or defend our view? How can we win the conversation? But are we listening? Do we interrupt others when they're speaking? Do we finish their sentences for them? Are we so anxious to say what we want to say that the fact is we're really not listening very well? So let's seek to listen and understand. Listening, not just with ears to hear words and sounds going in our ears, but to be heard and understood is an engagement of mind and heart. I can hear with my ears, but if I'm going to understand, my mind and my heart need to be present. To understand someone else's mind and heart, to listen and understand their perspective. Maybe God wants to speak to me. Maybe God wants to speak to you through the words of others. In fact, often He does. You know, God meets the desires of our heart. He meets the 7 desires, and He meets the desire to be heard and understood. Psalm 18:6 says this, "In my distress, I called to the Lord. I cried to God, to my God for help. From His temple He heard my voice, and my cry came before Him into His ears." There are many, many expressions just like this one, not only in the Psalms, but throughout the Bible, of how it is that God truly does know us, love us, hear us, and understand us, even when we do not understand ourselves. Many of the Psalms are crying out to God that He would hear and understand. And not only sometimes does the question arise, but the affirmation is clear. Yes, God does hear and God understands. But what about meeting this need for others? Not just vertically from God, but what about among ourselves? James 1 says this, very challenging and convicting scripture. Chapter 1, verse 19 and 20. "My dear brothers, take note of this. Everyone should be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to become angry. For man's anger does not bring about the righteous life that God desires." Everyone should be quick to listen, slow to speak, slow to become angry. Wow, how clear is that? We should be listening more than speaking. Maybe that's why God gave us 2 ears and 1 mouth. Can you imagine if we had 1 ear and 2 mouths? That would be a big problem, I'm sure. So here's my challenge for you and for me today. Write it down to be heard and understood. Practice it today. Be conscious about it. Be intentional. The next person that you engage, whoever they are, be sure to listen better and bring it more into your focus, even just this week. Maybe share with someone else what you learned here today. Maybe share with your family and say, you know, we all need to improve in this area. Let's all work together and pray together about listening better and understanding better. This will breathe life into the marriage, life into the family, life into the relationships, life into the church, if we will hear and understand one another better. Well, thank you for listening in today. This particular desire of the heart, I think, is so important, so foundational. It's challenging and convicting to me as well to put it more in front of me, to listen well and understand well. Not just with ears, but with mind and with heart. God bless you. We continue to pray for you. We ask for your prayers for us, our family, but also for E3 partners, for our churches, and just for the advance of God's kingdom in this season. God bless you today.